Hello, it's time to predict the scores for game week 29 of this 2023-2024 Premier League season. As you can see, I'm on my own this evening. Nathan, he hasn't been very well for the last few days and he doesn't feel he's up to it for this evening, so you're just left with me. Stay tuned as well to the end of the video because I will be going through the top scorers for game week 28 and the overall leaders as well for our Superbru Predictions League. But let's just get straight into it and cue the guitars. So this game week sees only 4 matches taking place due to the FA Cup quarter-finals, and the action all kicks off at 3 p.m. on Saturday, where we've got second from bottom of the table, Burnley, taking on Brentford. Burnley, they've really got to win this match. They're running out of games with just 10 more fixtures to play. Brentford on a terrible run of form, just 1 win in their last 6 matches. A narrow defeat at the hands of top of the table Arsenal in their last fixture, and Burnley, it was a 2-2 draw away against West Ham, which was a decent result, you could say, but they really do need to get some wins, and they've only won 3 times this season. On the injury front for Burnley, the following players are out: Aaron Ramsey with a knee injury, Nathan Redmond, Lyle Foster, Luca Colosesco, if I pronounced that, I probably just butchered that, and Georgian Bayer. For Brentford, they've got quite a few players out. Joshua Da Silva, Rico Henry, Ben Mee, Aaron Hickey, Kevin Sade, Ethan Pinnock, Brian Mbueno, Sergio Reguilon and Christian Norgard. That's quite a few players in defence actually they're missing. So there is a chance here for Burnley to get at least a point. However, I think going forward, Brentford are probably going to have a little bit too much for Burnley in this fixture. I can see Burnley scoring because of those issues in defence for Brentford, and ultimately I see Brentford picking up all 3 points in a 2-1 away victory. Early in the season, Brentford won this fixture in London 3-0. Nathan, on the other hand, he thinks Burnley are going to score 2 goals. However, he's gone for 1 more goal for Brentford, and he can see the Bees winning this fixture 3-2. Next up, also at 3 o'clock on Saturday, we've got Luton coming up against Nottingham Forest, and this really is a 6-pointer with 18th Luton going up against 17th place Nottingham Forest. They've only got 1 victory between the two of them in the last 6 fixtures, and that was Nottingham Forest 2-0 victory against West Ham on the 17th of February. They are on a 3-match losing streak as well, losing narrowly away to Brighton on the south coast in the last game week. As for Luton, they do like to score some goals, but they did get a draw in their last fixture, which was a 1-1 stalemate against Crystal Palace. Prior to that, though, they had defeats against Aston Villa at home, a 4-1 defeat against Liverpool away, a defeat at home against Manchester United 2-1, and a defeat against Sheffield United, bottom of the table there, the Blades 3-1. So neither of these teams will want to get beat in this fixture, and I think it will end up in a stalemate, and I am going to go for a 1-1 draw, and earlier in the season it did finish 2-2. Desmond. Nathan, on the other hand, he thinks Luton are going to pull something out of the bag, and he's gone for a 1-0 victory to the Hatters. Next up, at 5:30, the only match live on Sky in the Premier League over the weekend, we've got Fulham coming up against Spurs. Spurs, an absolutely fantastic victory in their last fixture, where they beat Aston Villa 4-0 at Villa Park. That's pretty much unheard of in the last couple of seasons for Aston Villa to be defeated by so many goals, especially at home. Spurs have got a lot of attacking threat going forward. Son getting amongst the goals last time. Brennan Johnson's really settling in well. Timo Werner's even getting on the score sheet. And Kulishevsky, murdered another name there. And Richarlison's back as well, but he's probably more than likely starting on the bench in this one. Van der Ven at the back will be a massive loss for Spurs in this fixture, especially he's been doing so well, and he's a really pacey player. as well. As for Fulham, they suffered a 2-1 narrow defeat against Wolves last weekend. Prior to that, it was 2 very good victories at home against Brighton and away against Manchester United. So I do think Fulham will score in this one. Harry Wilson's looking really sharp at the moment, but a few of his chances are going wide when he should really have done better, especially against Wolves. Spurs, though, I think they're going to have too much in midfield and too much going forward. So I'm gone for a 3-1 away victory in this All-London affair. And Nathan agrees, he's gone for a 3-1 victory as well. Early in the season, this one finished 2-0 to Spurs. The final fixture of this very small game week takes place on Sunday at the London Stadium between West Ham and Aston Villa. As I just mentioned, Aston Villa getting smashed 4-0 at home in the last fixture, so they'll be looking to bounce back. And West Ham, who are currently in 7th position, they drew their last match at home against Burnley. Prior to that, it was victories away against Everton and home against Brentford. Both of these sides as well are in European competition on Thursday evening. West Ham at home against Freiburg in Europa League, and Aston Villa are at home against Ajax in European Conference League. So neither of these teams will have an advantage in terms of rest because they're both playing on Thursday evening. Aston Villa 4-0 defeat against Spurs. They're going to want to bounce back, especially if they're going to be looking to cement themselves in those Champions League spots for next season, especially with Spurs breathing down their necks. Currently 2 points behind the Villains and a game in hand. So this one, I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be tight, but I think Villa will bounce back in a 2-1 victory. And Nathan, he agrees. He's gone for a 2-1 victory to Villa as well. Incidentally, this finished 4-1 to Villa at Villa Park earlier in the season. So that concludes my predictions for game week 29. Make sure you leave your predictions over at the Superbru website, because last week's top scorer, Daddy Cool 52, he did, and or she, but I think it's a he, came away with 3 perfect scores and 15 points overall last time out, narrowly beating the likes of Gambit 1-2-3, Bruno Does Trez, and H Tory, who all finished on 13 points. As for the overall leaderboard, well, top of the shop as usual is Joggett on 288.5 points, and Eddie Video Star in 2nd position. Douglas is there in 3rd position as well. This is the last Premier League prediction show before the international break. It is the European Championship playoffs, and myself and Nathan will be at the first of those fixtures, at least, where Wales take on Finland. So I expect there will be a vlog over on Nathan's channel for that. But once again, thanks for joining me once again. Remember to leave your predictions, and I'll see you all in the next video.
6 shots, yeah, straight to the face, and I wanna get lost. I'm sick of this place, don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking